Hey guys! Okay, before I start everything, I obviously need to say thank you so much to LTA and to the editors and to Phil and everyone who subscribed me or just left a nice comment on that video. Thank you so much. I was so excited to see that I was the host. I don't know, I just didn't expect to be, and I'm so grateful, and I really can't thank you guys enough, especially my subscribers, for being so happy for me. Oh god, I love you guys so much, and thank you for subscribing. I just hit 200 subs. Holy shit. Should I do something special? Oh, enough of that for now. The movie we're reviewing for LTA is Chicago. The one thing that's super interesting about this movie is that there are really no likable characters. You're not really rooting for anybody because everyone in this movie is a bad person. And I think that's why I didn't like it the first time. But watching it for a second time, I really enjoyed this movie. Casting going for this movie, well, there's so much good going for this movie. The acting is fantastic. Catherine Zeta-Jones, she just plays a huge bitch. She seems so awful and so terrible, but she's so good at it. She makes getting arrested look sexy. I love where the cops come in and she's performing all that jazz, and she just gives that smile, and she just keeps performing. She's like, yeah, just give me a minute. I'm doing a show right now. Like, she doesn't even care that she's getting arrested. I love her. She's definitely my favorite character because she's, like I said, such a bitch, but she just plays it off so well, and she's just sexy, and she can sing, and she can dance like a motherfucker, and she's just such a performer, and that's all she cares about. Actually, who I love a lot in this movie is John C. Reilly, which I really wouldn't expect to, because he plays in such dumb movies all the time. You just hear him sing Mr. Cellophane, and you're just like, why aren't you doing this all the time? You're amazing. You feel so sorry for him. You just want to, like, hug him and be like, I'm sorry your wife's such a bitch. Speaking of the song Mr. Cellophane, it's probably one of my favorites in the whole thing because I think it's the most relatable song, because I think this is a feeling that everyone has felt at one time or another, and his whole character pretty much embodies that. Also, something I love in this movie is the choreography. The choreography is fantastic. Obviously, like, probably the best number in this is the Cell Block Tango. A lot of this movie is, it's pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of twists and turns that come along with it, and it keeps it really interesting the whole time. Like I said before, it's interesting because all these characters aren't very likable, but that's what kind of makes them more realistic. These are incredibly flawed characters. They only care about fame and money and stuff like that, and probably the person who shows that the most is Billy, the lawyer, because he is just... His song, I love all of his numbers because they're so, like, I don't want to say ironic, but they're just very contradictory, because he makes that whole song about how all he cares about is love, when really he's just the most conniving, money-hungry, terrible, like, manipulative person that you just have ever seen. The whole thing is such a game to him, and he's really just performing, he's acting, he's not being a lawyer, he's just being a fantastic actor, and just making everyone feel the same emotion that he wants them to, and it's just so manipulative, but it's so good. They wouldn't show any of the songs in real time, it would kind of be in a fantasy type of thing, and I think that works so well for this movie, because like, all these characters are about performance, whether it's Billy in a courtroom or it's Roxy on stage. It's a performance for them. I think this duality between real life and fantasy lends itself really well to this. It's so awesome. I absolutely recommend this movie to anybody because it's so fantastic. The music is phenomenal. The choreography is fantastic. The acting, it's all top-notch actors. I love you guys so much, and have an